Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about some home truths. Some people need to hear this. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, subscribe, bell button, leave a like. This has been recorded on Thursday because I'm busy on Friday, but it's a good time to reflect and pause and talk about certain things. Home truths, basically. The title and the thumbnail, very obscure, but people will miss out on life-changing wealth because they are greedy and potentially listening to the wrong people. Bit of a bold statement, I know. None of this is financial advice, of course, and as always, make sure you do check out the links below. Firstly, Patreon. Why? Because why not? If you want extra content, it's all there. Instead of YouTube as a membership, it's on there. Learning Crypto, my company, if you want courses as well. But it's important to note that what you see on YouTube can be a little bit flawed as well. Obviously, everyone wants to do content, and I've been doing this for a while now. I've been doing content since 2017, not openly on YouTube, mainly in other private areas, which I'm quite fortunate to be now into the YouTube sphere, even though at first I was pretty reluctant to do it. Now, speaking about it, it's important to note that the journey, and we're going to talk about a journey, because what people see on YouTube is the obvious. They see the now, the present, the future potentially. And this was the week that I first invested in crypto. It was the start of October 2016. I was bored. I was in the Royal Air Force at the time, very bored, and I put roughly around $2,000 in there, about $1,500, basically 1 month's wages into crypto. That's all I did. Left it, sat around for a while, and then I started dabbling, I'll use that word, in cryptocurrency as altcoins via Coinbase, and I first bought Ethereum at roughly around $19-20, give or take at the time. Not too long after, and yeah, the rest is history. Made a lot of losses, listened to some idiots, made my own stupid mistakes, and here I am in 2021, September, thinking this is crazy, and my life has changed through some course of actions and a thing called time, which is what I want to explain. A lot of people will give you shit for recommending coins that don't do well or whatever, right? It doesn't really matter, but it's all down to you, and this is what the point of this video is. We might be on the verge, the word is might be, on the verge of something pretty extraordinary, where people who will come into this market over the last 6 months might make life-changing wealth. We've already seen a big, massive cataclysmic drop in the market, as you can see via Polkadot. Some coins have went way beyond their all-time highs, and some have not. And I put a tweet out today which basically states that basically my portfolio is over all-time high because I took profit and I rebought low. And that is the case. And the reason being is because I've been able to profit, which is a key word in this video, profit, and I've been able to utilize it elsewhere and get gains. Now, I've gone very heavy on Polkadot. It's my top holding in terms of altcoins and stuff like that. I've also gone very heavy on reserve right, on Federal Reserves, and other coins too. They're nowhere near their all-time high yet, as you can probably see by this chart. And if I go to reserve rights, this chart, nowhere near. Absolutely nowhere near. Scary, isn't it? So, how to survive this market? The market is brutal. People will buy at these little tops here, these big old areas, and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then get wrecked because they've, one, risked far too much money. 2, they don't understand what they're buying. And 3, the market absolutely bums you dry, basically. It's important to note that. Now, I often say, and people call me out on it, and I say all the time, bulls will get people wrecked more than bears. And it is very, very true. Why? Because 1, if you're bullish, you're going to get newbies in. 2, they don't understand risk. And 3, it's just the way the cookie crumbles when you're buying tops, basically. If you're on a spot account and that spot account is going to do this, that, and the other and just dump, And reserve rights is a great example here. Top to bottom, 86% drop in a matter of what? 2 and a bit months? That's scary. So imagine you putting $1,000 in and you've lost $860. Gone. People do not recover from that. How do you survive that? You're probably wondering. Great question. You buy more. You buy at the lowest point you possibly can. You buy at these consolidation ranges. If you're willing to buy at like 10 cents, for example, here, and you're not willing to buy at 2 cents, get out. Get out of the market. You are not belonging here because you will not hack it. If you think that buying high and hope it goes higher is how to win, yeah, it's possible to win in that way, but for a very, very small window. But the money is made when you buy low and you sell high. This is where it's important. Now, in terms of making this an actual factual video, you've got to look at the longer time frames. Too many people as a newbie go to those like 20-minute time frames or 15-minute or 10-minute, whatever it may be, right? Stupid time frames because they're copying others. You got to remember the journey. You've not seen what people have done. You don't even know what people have made. You don't even know if people are good on or what video tricks they're doing. What you see here is very raw. I don't edit my videos, you probably noticed, because I can't be bothered, lazy. But at the same time, though, you got to understand that people make mistakes, and some people will delete their tweets. Some people will delete their videos because they can. Don't get fooled by the influencer. Now, should we just do some very, very simple analysis on reserve rights? I said before, zoom out, look at the bigger time frame. So look at the weekly. What does it look like? Does it look undervalued to you? It does to me. Why should you be buying at these lower levels? Because it's better than buying at 10 cents. What if it goes even higher? Well, you're going to make more money. You should have obviously been buying at these low points. Look at where this consolidation range is back in October 2020 and November. Cool. Hey, it went there. You got to be careful. This is where you buy, and this is where I was buying, luckily. Where can it go? Well, I feel that we already have hit a level of resistance, which we have. And we're currently here. We've hit this level of resistance at 5.5 cents. Could we go higher? Of course we can. It's all a game of probability. It's all a game of speculation. This is why this video is very, very interesting, probably hearing me talk. But at the same time, though, too many people will get disgruntled with this, or they'll buy when it gets to a certain point after 6, 7 candles, whatever it may be, in terms of this, in terms of weeks, it was going crazy for a time. And then all of a sudden they'll buy in at resistance because it's unbreakable, unbearable. It's like, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about it. I should have bought it. I'm going to buy it. And then all of a sudden it comes down on you. Scary, isn't it? The markets are interesting. Now, where do we go from here? Well, there's only 2 ways you can look at this. The first way is where the resistance level is. We're quite away from it now. And you've got this point here, this obvious wick. Why is this important? Well, if you do a retracement of that, hit the 618 on the nose and it's now taken off again. We could actually be on our journey now towards the 618 here, this line here. If I zoom out, you'll see it. Maybe if I zoom out a bit more. Oh my God, how deep did I do that? There we go. So now we're looking at potentially retesting and retracing towards that point. Now, if I was a betting man, which I can be, and you were buying at certain points, you should be looking at levels for taking profit. And for me, I was buying down here. That 618 level at 8 cents, roughly 8 cents, is a definite level where I can go, guess what I want to do? Take 10% out. Why? Because it's money. It's free money. If I can't really even remember my odd, I think it's roughly around 2 cents, give or take. I'll go from this point. Either way, small percentages. That is still a 3.7x gain, give or take, right? Including the stake. That's a huge amount of money in a matter of how long? Even if I'm doing it from this point here to right now, that in a market, 132% is crazy. You will never get that in about 5 years in the stock market. You won't even get that in 10 years, potentially. I think people need to wake up to that. Seriously. If you are not utilizing and waking up to these life-changing gains because you're too ignorant to think for yourself, or you just don't care about other people's opinions other than like your own, you shouldn't be in the market, because other people can help you and other people can get you wrecked. It's all about evaluating various sources of information and then making your own decision. If someone is telling you that it's a level of resistance, you should be taking profit, cool, that's fine. But if someone on the other side of your shoulders going, oh, it's going to go to $7 and it's going to be worth 27 billion market cap in a matter of 6 weeks, you're probably going to go, that's a bit odd. But some people believe that. Some people are like, I'm never going to sell until that happens. That is where the problem lies. This is why a lot of YouTubers are getting traction for the bullish content and not the realistic content. You've got to be careful. So what's happening now? With reserve rights, I personally believe we're going to go towards this point here. This level here is probably going to be a key level. Looking at it long-term, longevity of the market, I think a bull market, that is a definite cause of an interest. It's a lot of interest in around that level, and it's also got confluence at certain points. Also, it is the next potential swing. So if the market is going to remain bullish, if it's going to look good, it's going to be great. But realistically, you should be in before these runs have happened. You should be looking to buy. Too many people are coming back to the markets now, having seen the market rise up for the last month and a half, going, oh, we're back again, bull market. You got to do it the other way around. And that is a hard mentality to flip. It's the same with the dominance chart. People do not understand this at all. And I'm not going to repeat it because there's no point, because people don't listen. At the end of the day, if you understand it, and I know people with decent sized accounts don't understand this and getting people wrecked, you need to be careful. And once you understand the laws of where to enter and when not to enter an altcoin, you will make BTC for free. And when you take profit and you hold that BTC, well, if BTC holds its value well, it does this, that, and the other, and it's quite stable, it's wealth. And that wealth creation is against the money factor of quantitative easing and inflation rates and all that kind of ugly stuff that makes our banks depreciate cash, which is kind of the negative side. So BTC as a hard asset is working realistically, but people don't understand the timing belt. It's important. Anyways, this video is pretty much over. Some home truths in there. Take profit. It's massively important. That just means taking 10, 20, 30, whatever percent out at certain points. If you want to keep a moon bag, keep a moon bag. Don't listen to idiots because they will get you wrecked. Only make your own decisions through various sources of your own information, and make sure you do your own research. You got to be realistic. If you are looking at 100, 200, 300, 400, 500% gains and you're not thinking, should be taking some profit here, you should be. If you're thinking it's just going to go up and up and up, you're stupid, because you'll eventually get caught. There's nothing worse than having thousands of dollars in profit getting washed away in one candle, because that does happen and it hurts.